I buy my toys, figures, and collectibles from Big Bad Toy Store, and you can too. They ship worldwide. And with the Pile of Loot option, you have your purchases shipped to you when you're ready to have them shipped. Hey, what's up? Siri Emerald here. This is an announcement of the Hot Toys Iron Man Mark V Diecast. This is the MMS 400 D18, meaning it's the 18th series in their Movie Masterpiece series diecast figures. And this is the Mark V, sometimes also referred to as one of the original 7. This is the first suit that Tony Stark named. He affectionately named a lot of his suits, and this one he called either the Suitcase or the Football. It's the one we see in Iron Man 2 when he's at Monaco and he gets attacked by Whiplash, and Happy and Pepper bring it to him in an attaché, which he then places on the ground, steps on it, and then dons this suit. Now the suit had a lot of faults in the design and execution of it in the movie. It took a long time to charge up, took a long time to put on, but at the time it was the best thing he had for having a portable suit which he could take with him any place to be able to become the Iron Man that he had so enthusiastically embraced after the first movie. Now about this figure, if there was any figure that needed a diecast recreation of, this is it. Not only did it have the rubber elbows that were causing a huge problem, the same thing the Mark VII had in regards to them ripping and bending and whatnot, it also had weak knees, which always caused a problem with that. It had limited mobility in the hips because you couldn't really get them into a crouching position. And it really kind of wasn't really in scale. It was kind of shorter than the other pieces from in comparison to how they stood together. And on top of that, the paint color that they used in the gray or silver or whatever you want to call it, well, I guess really the gray, which is supposed to represent, you know, the metal, the adamantium or vibranium or whatever it was that he was using for these pieces here. It really didn't look very much like metal at all. It just kind of looked, I don't know, very drab. Don't get me wrong. I love my Mark V. I'm very happy to have it. If you remember, I actually customized a head sculpt for it because the original Mark V didn't come with a head sculpt. So I made a head sculpt for this so I could have a head sculpt. This new one will be coming with a head sculpt. As of the making of this video, there has been no price set yet, but I expect it to be around a $350 mark, which is what the normal diecast has been running. As well as there's no release date yet, I expect it to be probably Q3 of 2018, based off the fact that the Mark VI diecast was announced July of 2016 for a Q4 2017, which is about 18 months. So since this is February of 2017, then yeah, I'm expecting probably July, August, or September of 2018 for the release on this. But I will keep you informed as soon as the retailers have this available for sale. They've totally redone it. They've made it larger to be more proper scale. They've made a lot of changes to it. He can now kneel down onto one knee properly without there being any issue. They've done away with the elbow joints. They've made him, you know, he's made of metal. Now, I don't know what all pieces are actually going to be metal on him. I don't know if every silver piece on him is metal. That would be cool. But no matter what, even if they aren't, at least he looks metal with this chrome that they're doing now. On some of the figures, it looks like possibly this faceplate is probably chromed out. It kind of looks that way. It's difficult to tell really from the pictures at this point. But I'm really excited about this. So what Hot Toys has told us is that they've saved the 400 because they like to do these milestones. 300 was a big deal. I think that was the Iron Man Mark 45. 400 is now the Mark V. They like making a big deal out of this, so this is a big deal. A lot of collectors consider the Mark V suit their favorite piece. It's very unique. There's no other suit that is even remotely close to this in regards to anything. The head, the legs, there's nothing on this suit that is like any other suit. If I remember correctly from the R&D or the behind the scenes on the Mark V in their storyline, he really isn't designed for flight, the Mark V. It has like I guess you would call it like a jump ability or a short flight type of a thing. So you're not going to see the things designed on this for long-term flight, for instance, the Mark 7 and all the other flying suits, if you will. This one wasn't designed for that. It was really designed as an emergency suit for him to protect himself and or others, or to become the Iron Man in the need or in the instance when he was needed. The suit had a really short scene in the movie, and it really wasn't that effective. It was doggone darn luck that he was able to whip Whiplash with this, and of course with the help of Happy getting, with the car getting destroyed totally. Great scene. But I really like how they've done this. One thing that I don't care too much for in this new piece that they've done is they've made it battle damaged. Now, I like the battle damaged pieces. I like having the Mark V. I display my Mark V battle damaged. But the new Mark V, this diecast version, is coming battle damaged everywhere, not just on the chest, not just on the arms, not just on the shoulders and whatnot that we see here in the battle damaged pieces, but everything is battle damaged. The legs, there's little scratches and stuff and scuff marks on it. In my opinion, when he was brought that attaché was in perfect condition. That suit had not been touched yet. So to have it all scuffed up and everything, I have a problem with that. I don't normally have a problem with that as an artistic interpretation of the figure, because in my imagination, I believe that Tony Stark used these suits. He went out and did things. We see, I believe, in the beginning of, I think it was Iron Man 2. No, it must have been, it was either Avengers or Iron Man 3. It must have been the beginning of Avengers. We see him in the Mark 6 down there welding something under the water. So he's actually working with these suits. He did things other than just what we've seen in the movies. You have to believe that that's what was going on. You have to believe that the day that the Iron Legion showed up, suits 8 through 41 showed up at the docks to rescue him and Rhodey and the President and Pepper and all those. You have to believe that he had used those suits previously. So it wasn't like as if they were just sitting there. Some of them come scuffed up, So you have to believe that these were things that he did normally. He didn't just build them and stock them and that's where they stayed. He used them. But the Mark V, looking at that attaché, thinking about what it was, it appeared to be one that he didn't just take out and use all the time. He was a well-dressed man. He bought a very expensive cars. He had very expensive toys that he built. He lived in a very expensive mansion and a very expensive piece of property on the planet. And I just have a hard time believing that he's going to have Happy carrying around this attaché case that's beat up and scratched up, and of course that case becomes the suit. So the minute he dons the suit should be crystal clear. If he had to use this, I just have this belief that he's so anal retentive in regards to things that he would have taken it home and he would have repaired it, and that would have been brand spanking new, ready to roll in that Maybach, or ready to roll in his Audis, or wherever it is that he goes. I don't believe that he went around looking trashed up on purpose. He didn't wear nasty, dirty, filthy suits on a normal basis. He became that way through action, but it wasn't his style. So the figure comes with the normal standard 30 points of articulation. This one is approximately 32.5 centimeters tall, which is almost 12 inches. So it's taller than the original Mark V figure that we got. I think it was the MMS 145 by a couple of millimeters. But this one is, the original one is definitely, like I said, it's out of scale. It comes with interchangeable head sculpt with authentic likeness of Robert Downey Jr., which the original did not. Remember, I had to make that for mine. And it comes with the specially applied metallic red and silver color painting on armor, movie accurate proportion and highly detailed armor design, enhanced articulations on the waist armor, shoulders, arms, and legs for more flexible movement, and we can see that they've done the hips properly. I guarantee that the arms and shoulders come in and out. This is going to be great. He's LED lighted. He's got flaps on the chest and back which can open up. That looks really cool. I really dig that. He's got the chest armor, which can be detached to reveal the interior, which we had before, and we kind of expect that. That kind of goes, without saying. You almost expect that chest to come. If the chest doesn't come off, you're almost disappointed. Even though the odds of me taking the chest off are pretty slim, I'm still just disappointed if it's not able to be removed. He comes with 1 pair of interchangeable shoulder armor with battle damage effects, 1 additional interchangeable left arm with battle damage effects, just like the original MMS. I think it was 145 is what this one was originally. Comes with 8 interchangeable hands, including 1 pair of hands with articulated fingers and lighted repulsors, 1 pair of repulsor firing hands, 1 pair of fists, and 1 additional left fist with battle damage effects, just like on the original one, and 1 additional relaxed left hand with battle damage effects, just like the original one, in case you decide you want to swap out that arm and have a battle damaged arm. And of course, as normal, each head sculpt is specially hand painted, so every one of these are their own work of art. The head is sculpted by Kojun and it's painted by JC Hong. The art as well is directed by JC Hong. Accessories are the Mark V suitcase, a Whiplash Arc Reactor, because remember, after he whips him, he holds that arc reactor in his hand. There's an iconic scene where he's actually doing that. And 1 racing track themed figure stand, a big deal. I'm looking at this figure stand, I'm not impressed, I'm not blown away. It's too small really to impress me. You want to impress me, put him on the large diamond shape figure stand that you have that comes with the Mark 7 Stealth and Sub-Zero and the Mark 3 Stealth. Put him on that. That way, make that look like the road track. This little bitty stand for this figure, I think, is a waste. Now, if you're going to display this in your original Mark 7 Hall of Armor, you don't even care about the stand at all. But if you're going to display him on the stand, make it the stand that he can actually be, because this figure tells a story. This figure tells a story any way you look at it. Either he tells a story as he's part of the original 7 collection, or he tells a story because he's fighting Whiplash. That's really the only 2 stories you have here with him. So I think this figure stand is kind of wimpy or short-sighted in that regards. I do like how it opens up on the calves there, or the ankles. I like how it opens up in the back. I like how it opens up in the front. This is cool. I mean, I can really see this figure being able to recreate the scenes from the movie of him doing this, and thankfully we finally get a head sculpt. And thankfully, gosh, the head sculpts now are right on target, man. The head sculpts now are so lifelike. I'm just happy that it's a head sculpt now. So, thanks for watching, everyone. Leave your comments in the section below. Tell me what you think of this. Are you happy that we're finally getting a diecast Mark V? That only leaves the Mark II, which is really a Mark III with all the rivet holes. I don't know why they're not putting that together. Maybe it's something they're going to come up later. The Mark IV, which is really a Mark VI, only painted differently. Just swap out that arc reactor. That's all they got to do. Take out the triangle one, slap in the round one, bam. Mark IV, paint it differently. And the Mark 7. And with this Mark V here, the new elbows, these elbows are the same as the Mark 7. So I guarantee you, after they're done with this Mark V, that Mark 7's coming down the pipe. And finally, the Mark 1. When they make the Mark 1 diecast, and I really believe that when they say they're going to do the original 7 as diecast, that they will be making the Mark 1 diecast. If they make every piece on it diecast, if they make every piece on it metal, oh my goodness, that is going to be the piece. And, that may be the last one that they do. They may work it up in that order to keep things, exciting. They may do the Mark II next. They may then do the Mark IV next, which are pieces, like I said, the 2 is really the 3 and the 4 is really the 6. The 7 is a great piece. A lot of people, I think, are excited or anticipated or dying for the 7. They really seem to be milking this 7 issue with coming out with all these other repaints on them. So maybe they're just trying to get rid of, I don't know what they're trying to do. But when that Mark 7 diecast comes out, that Mark 1 I think would be the cream of the crop, or your final hurrah. This is it, the pinnacle of the mountain. So thanks for watching, everyone. Leave your comments in the section below. Tell me what you think of this figure. If you've been waiting for this figure, are you excited about this figure? Will you be getting this figure to either replace your Mark V or to add to your Mark V, or maybe you missed out on the Mark V originally? Now will be your opportunity to get this. Follow me on Facebook at Siri.Emerald and Twitter at Siri Emerald. Follow me on Pinterest and Instagram. Subscribe to me on Patreon. Every little bit helps. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You'll find that right below the video. Just click that little thumbs up icon. That really helps out a lot. Share this video with your friends. Let them know about the channel. That helps out as well. Be notified whenever I make a new video. You're going to want to click my icon up here in the left hand corner and subscribe to my channel. But to actually receive the notification, you need to choose the little bell option. And to see more videos that I made, you'll find them on the right. Thanks again for watching, everyone. See you in the next video. Happy collecting.